What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's Karina from Day by Day K here to bring you another workout video. So in today's video, we're gonna head into the gym. I'm gonna show you how to do this in a class format, or if you want, I'm also gonna break it down at the end for you, as always, on how to do it on your own. So basically, let me kind of get into what we did in the class today. It's called 3x3, so it's 3 separate stations. Each station has 3 exercises, and each exercise you do for 1 minute. So you have basically a station that has 3 exercises. You go 1 minute per exercise, and then you cycle through it twice before you move on to the next circuit of 3 exercises. At the end, by the way, my class was dying. They absolutely loved it. They were doing so good. By the end of it, we had a little bit of time left, so I like to add in my dessert, aka the finisher, right? And basically I give them a little bonus burnout exercise at the end, so stay tuned to see what that is. And I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Ciao. Alrighty, so the first one is a ball hip hike, and I have a couple of options for this. So you're either going to start off by just keeping your heels on the ball and lifting your hips up, or you can roll the ball out and do ball leg curls instead. So it just depends on what your level of intensity is where you're at today. If you want to intensify even more, you can actually bring your legs out and do a frog leg curl, and this one really hits those inner thighs as well. So first exercise, 3 options. The next exercise is going to be for the core. So you can either do ball taps, this is option 1 here, and you want to maintain a nice flat back, belly button to the spine. Option 2, you can pass the ball, so this is a little bit more advanced, but you still want to maintain a nice flat back, core engagement. Or if you find that it's a little bit tough on your back, you can actually change it up a little bit by basically placing your hands under your lower back where your tailbone is, and then just lowering and lifting the legs to help keep that back nice and flat. And again, just taking that ball down as far as you can with that flat back. And then the third exercise is going to be shoulder taps. I actually didn't demonstrate. There's another one where it's shoulder to opposite hand, but this is plank shoulder taps. Basically, this is all you're doing, keeping that core engaged. What you want to avoid is swaying of the hips or using that lower body to kind of sway side to side. You want to kind of just keep everything as still as possible. Or even if you'd like, you can take it down onto your knees and repeat the same thing, just on your knees, keeping that core nice and tight. Here it comes, round 2. So we have a couple of options, shoulder press jacks. So as you can see here, this is the light version. You can either keep the palms facing forward or palms facing up, or you can actually jump it in a jumping jack. Now what you want to keep in mind, this is not like a regular jack where I'm doing kind of like butterfly hands here. You want to make sure you're pressing up. So it's hitting those shoulders and getting that cardio in at the same time. Part 2 is going to be a burpee with a back row. So you just want to keep in mind as you come out into that back row, I'm not just coming up out of that back row, I'm actually lifting myself up a little bit higher so that I can maintain that flat back as I'm rowing. Now a couple of options, if jumping's not for you, you can walk it out, walk it in. Okay, if you just don't like the jumping motion, or if, again, it just doesn't make you comfortable, coming up and rowing, squeezing the center of that back. Or if the up and down motion in general just doesn't work for you, another option is to just do back rows. And you're, again, focusing in on squeezing the center of that back. And keep in mind, these weights can stay a little bit heavier than the previous exercise. You want to avoid rounding the back. Okay, so make sure you pop that chest out, flatten out the back like a table, and row it up. Next, we have lunges with bicep curls. Okay, so again, you want to keep in mind as you're lunging back, that leg is coming down into a 90-degree angle, chest out, shoulders back, bicep curls on the way down. As you're coming up, you're going to extend the arms. Now, option if your knees are sensitive, you can just do bicep curls with squats, or you can even hold a resistance band and just basically step side to side, or you can just do bicep curls instead and just keep repeating that. Here we go, round 3, phase 3. So as you can see here, I'm doing some triceps extensions, and what we're gonna add into this is actually this skiing movement. So basically we're getting, again, a little bit of cardio in, but you wanna maintain that tricep movement. So if you feel like it's too much with the hopping side to side, just stand in one spot. Now an option is also just stepping over your mat side to side. I like to use an object like a mat that forces the body to kind of jump a little bit higher than what you're normally used to. Next, we have more bicep curls. Here's your option, bicep curls, or you can take it down onto your toes in a little bit of a squat and getting those calf muscles, those gastrocnemius muscles in as well, and working our ankle flexibility, our feet, as well as those biceps. Next, we're gonna add in a suicide plank or traveling plank. So basically I'm traveling side to side in a plank position. Option, if you want to make it a little bit more intense, you're going to lower yourself and do it on your elbows. Or if you feel like you're not there yet, or today's not the day, you can also just practice holding your plank. You can hold it on your elbows or hold it up in a higher position. And here comes our dessert, the finisher. We are going to do some pyramid sets here. So it's 10 kettlebell swings. And then you're going to alternate this with some push-ups, which I will demonstrate in a second. As you're doing these, basically what you're doing is 10 kettlebell swings, 1 push-up, 9 kettlebell swings, 2 push-ups, and so on and so forth. Here's just an option for the push-ups against the bar. Again, form over level of intensity, so keeping that core nice and tight. Elbows are lower than the shoulders. If you are against the bar, you just want to avoid rounding the back or keeping those elbows up. Or of course you have the option of a full push-up, so taking it down, chest to the floor. Either way, whatever works for you. And that's it. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you benefited from the breakdown. Let me know how you liked it in the comments below. And as always, if you did enjoy the content, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe and share. And I'll see you guys soon. Ciao!